Welcome to Dodger Stadium. The show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the Arizona Diamondbacks taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. All right, ready to get underway. Corbin Carroll stands in now for the Diamondbacks. And we're underway here in the home opener. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Batting second, the second baseman, Ketel Marte.
That's a ball. Low.
Boog, here's a note on Yamamoto. He won 3 straight Sawamura Awards, the Japanese equivalent of the Cy Young Award, and the last 3 Pacific League Most Valuable Player Awards, which is the first MVP three-peat since Ichiro Suzuki.
One down. Wood bats left, throws right, hitting third in the lineup, and his batting average this season is over .320. James Wood, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Line drive, base hit. Makes the turn at second, heads for third. And they'll have runners at the corners after a 1-out single.
So impressive that he didn't get tied up or jammed on that pitch inside. Instead, good quick hands allowed him to get the barrel to it, just shoot it up the middle of the field for that knock.
2 on, 1 out. Pitch
ball,
misses,
that's out.
And the count is 1-1.
Aye.
Base hit. Run scores easily, and it's 1-0.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Now a high fly ball out to left center. Pages has a beat on it. That's out number 2. 2 aboard, 2 outs. And now the DH, Adrian Del Castillo. He's a catcher by trade, but the DH here in this one. Base hit into center field. Here comes Wood around third. The run comes in to score from second.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. 110 miles per hour, and man, that exit velocity, not every hitter's capable of getting that kind of jump off the bat, no matter how hard they swing.
Should be extra bases. 1 run across. That skips
that
over the fence, so it's an automatic double. So 2 on with 2 away. And now it's going to be Pavin Smith. That one is absolutely belted. Carrying well. 1 run is in. And it hits the base of the wall. The run comes in from second. Throw to second. Not in time. He's there easily. Just missed. In the dirt. Offense exploding for 5 so far in the inning. Here in the 3rd and final game of the series.
Aye.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Strike 1. And that's outside.
That's out.
Check swing, and he went. And the count is filled up. Here's a high chopper. Edman tosses to first. And they're happy to just get off the field. Back here in L.A. and getting the start for Arizona, Ryan Nelson. What do you have on him? Shohei Ohtani steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And first offering is fouled off.
So back in 2023, Shohei hit a home run, stole a base, and had a scoreless pitching outing in the same game. You'll never guess the last person to do it.
Pablo Sandoval.
Oh, you're good.
I feel like I've heard that one before. Battling here as he fouls it away. 0-2 now. Ball one there. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Here's a 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
Quite the matchup we're seeing here. 6 foul balls in this at-bat alone. Really making him work out there.
Now
Ball
one
2.
missed. On the ground to the left. And foul ball. The 2-2. That's down and in. A slider missed. That one misses.
That's outside.
So a
Ball
leadoff
4.
walk. On the ground, could be 2. Marte over to second, back to
Out.
first, and that is a double play.
Batting third.
Now it's Freddie
the first
Freeman.
baseman, number
He
5,
always seems to have a
Freddie
smile on his face when we get a chance to talk with him, Chris. Late with the swing there.
Freeman, one of those guys everyone wants on their team, and it's not only for that great smile of his. One thing that separates him is how much he cares about winning. Yeah, he's talented, but I don't think there's a selfish bone in his body.
Stays alive.
Freeman is one of those guys that backs it up, too. If his manager wanted to try something different because it's going to help the team, he's going to give it a shot. And that's just the way he's wired, whatever it takes to win.
2 down, nobody on. Good job to fight that one off.
Freeman is exactly the type of player great teams need to have on their roster because the game of baseball is such a team sport. So I guess it's no surprise Freeman has been on some really good teams in his career.
And that'll fall for a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat. I don't know
Batting
how
fourth,
he's able to
the
shoot
right
that
fielder,
pitch the other way
Kyle
and still put something on it. That pitch was
Tucker.
inside and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good.
Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. The throw is still in time, and they do get the 3rd out of the inning. Back here at
Leading off
Chavez
for the
Ravine.
Diamondbacks,
Here's the
the right
Diamondbacks
fielder,
leadoff
number
hitter,
7,
Corbin Carroll.
Carroll.
Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. This one ripped, but foul to the right. Singy wasn't very sharp in the first, got hit around a little bit, just wasn't able to locate particularly well. A lot of stuff in the fat part of the plate.
Yeah, Boog, he wasn't fooling anyone. It's a tough place to be because it's not always obvious what adjustments need to be made. Sometimes it's location, sometimes it's being too predictable. Sometimes you're tipping your pitches. He's going to need to figure it out quickly, though.
And that's
Nope,
outside.
Outside. Ball 2.
Fouled off left side.
I want to start that load a little bit sooner because of the good velo.
And a 2-1 on the way. That one
Ball
missing
inside.
inside. Line drive.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy. Didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep. Took the barrel right to it and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
He's got it. Geraldo Perdomo stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Singled and drove in a run his first time through.
Ball one.
Marte, the runner at first with 2 gone. In the dirt. Here's a 2-0. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. Tucker under it. And that is that. Back here at Dodger Stadium, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Will Smith steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Little bit
Ball,
low.
that's down.
Swings through that one for strike 2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
Some real good life going through the zone on that one.
1-2 here. That's inside.
Ball, that's inside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That one
Nope,
just
that's
misses.
a ball.
And it's 3-2. Got him swinging.
Batting 6, the third baseman, number 13, Matt Muncy.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. 2 up, 2 down. And now Teoscar Hernandez. This one popped up. Foul ground first base side. And that is that. Back here in L.A., top half of the 3rd inning, Nolan Arenado stands in now for the Diamondbacks. And first offering is fouled off.
You know, these D-backs really producing with runners on. It's been a right place, right time kind of game for them. They put a bunch of runs on the board, thanks in large part to 4 hits with runners in scoring position.
On the ground. To first.
He's out.
Leadoff hitter gone in the 3rd. And a foul ball. 2 down.
One of the most frustrating things for an offense is leaving runners on base. So the big hits they've gotten in this one have made a very happy group of hitters down there.
Moreno now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. Out towards right center field. And that's got extra bases written all over it. And makes the grab. And that's the 3rd out. Set for the bottom of the 3rd. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Tommy Edman.
Tommy Edman.
Foul ball there. The 0-1.
Another 0-2 count right here. Pitcher just in the driver's seat. He can go anywhere he wants to go right here.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Foul ball. 0-1. And that's fouled off. Just misses the mark outside the zone. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Up next for the Dodgers.
Back to the top of the Dodgers order. Shohei Ohtani. Now at the plate. Led off the bottom of the 1st with a walk. late on that fastball.
Now, this guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
Got him swinging for the K. And he strikes out the side in the third.
Leading off for the Diamondbacks, the first baseman, Pavin Smith.
He was late there, strike one.
I guess you throw it that hard, you can get away with locations like that right down the middle. But I still think it's a dangerous pitch. Don't want to do it again.
Towards first, Freeman. He takes it on his own, and one gone in the fourth as they get the
Up next
leadoff
for the
man.
Diamondbacks, the center fielder, number 6, Haesung Kim.
Ball, that's inside.
Hard liner, and that's got extra bases written all over it. He's in at second with a one-out double.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. Put a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
Base knock center field. Rounds third, headed for the plate. They extend their lead as the runner scores from second.
Second baseman, Ketel Marte.
Ground ball could be two. One at second.
Out!
On to Freeman. Double play. Inning over. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one. Betts in his 12th season, 33 years old, and he was a 5th-round pick back in 2011. Wood under it, and there's one away. Fought off foul. Swings through that. Good eye in that spot. The Dodgers with a lot of ground to make up. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Swing and a ground ball.
Foul.
And it goes just foul. Inside. Ball two.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Fights it off. You'll see another. Here's a 2-2. Oh, great stop. And they get the out.
Up next for the Dodgers, the right fielder, Kyle Tucker.
Got it started a little too early. Strike one. In the air to left center. Wood should have this one. And that's the inning.
Well, these Diamondbacks doing a good job at the plate with runners on base, and that can be a key difference maker in the game. They're hitting over 600 in this game with runners in scoring position, and clearly that's leading to a lot of runs. Their clutch hitting has been excellent.
What a stop. Fires to first.
Out.
Nicely done for the out.
The batter, number 2, shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo.
High fly ball down the left field line. And that's got extra bases written all over it. And
Line
it
up.
hops over
Ground
the
rule
wall
double.
for an automatic
Two
double.
bases, everybody.
Way
Ball.
high. One out and a runner at second. And we're at the top of the fifth.
Well, the good thing so far is that he hasn't issued any free passes. Unfortunately, they're making pretty good contact. So not getting the swings and misses and making that defense work behind it.
2 down.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, the designated hitter, Adrian Del Castillo.
He swings and fouls one off. Ripped, but it curls foul. Man on second, 2 down. Out towards right center field. Pages drifts towards it. And that'll do it. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Wood on his way over. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. One pitch and one out.
Up next for the Dodgers, the third baseman, number 13, Max Muncy.
Did he
Muncy
go?
checks his swing. Appeal down to third. Nope, he held back. A bit behind with that swing. It's strike one. So the Dodgers are going to have to try and come from behind and try and get that offense going.
They can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters even if you give up a solo shot.
Swing and a miss, and he was fooled. They've got a potent lineup. And when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. 2 down.
Up next for the Dodgers, the left fielder, Teoscar Hernandez.
High fly ball down the left field line. Back there. And that one is gone. A laser to left. And they're chipping away. It's 6-1. To the right side, Marte out with room to spare, and that's the inning.
Leading off for Arizona, the catcher, Gabriel Moreno.
Hit in the air out towards left center field. Pretty well struck. And there's one down.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, the first baseman, Pavin Smith.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Ball.
The 1-1. That one inside. Look out.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Next
Ball.
pitch
That's
misses.
inside.
Ball 3. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. 2 away down. And first offering is fouled off. That one fouled off. 0-2 now. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. This one popped up. Edman under it. And that is that.
Leading up for the Dodgers, the center fielder, Andy Pages.
On the ground, right side, slides, but it gets by him. On the ground to first, could be two. Over to Perdomo, that's one. Over to Pavin Smith, it's a double play.
Up next for the Dodgers, the shortstop, Mookie Betts.
High fly ball down the left field line. That's back there. Out of here. An absolute smash to left.
Hey!
That one to first.
No, foul
but that
ball.
rolls foul. 2 down, nobody on. He's got it, and that'll end the inning.
Leading off for Arizona, the second baseman, Ketel Marte.
Foul ball. And a swing and a miss there.
He normally does damage on that pitch in that location. Just a swing and a miss there. I don't think you want to throw it again, though.
This one in the air, center field. And there's one down.
Ball, that's outside.
Ripped to short. Tosses to first. And 2 away to start the 7th. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. 2 down, nobody on. In the air, left field. And that is that.
Leading up for the Dodgers, the right fielder, Kyle Tucker. Now pitching for the
Now on the mound for the Diamondbacks,
number 24,
Cade Stroud.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing
Ball,
strikes,
that's outside.
attacking these hitters. You know, these Dodgers, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all.
Hey!
In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. They're swinging at a lot of first pitches, and they've given away 7 outs as a result. They might just want to consider a more patient approach.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
I'm sure it's at least something they've chatted about in the dugout. Coming into this one, that was probably the game plan. Attack
Ball.
early in the count, but doesn't seem to be working out the way they wanted to. We'll see if they make an adjustment.
Up the middle. Fires to first on the run. And
He's
Tucker
out.
is retired.
Up next for the Dodgers, the catcher, Will Smith.
Foul ball there. The 0-1. The Diamondbacks leading by 4 here at the bottom of the 7th. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Had him way out front of the slurve. In the air, right field. He's there. He's got it. And that ends the inning. Line drive, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Recognized the break on that pitch early, and that allowed him to keep his front shoulder in. You know, it's easy to bail on those front door breaking balls, but a great job right there of letting it travel, then unloading a nice balanced swing.
This one in the air, center field. Takes it in for the out. And there's one down.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, the catcher, number 14, Gabriel Moreno.
He doesn't get a knock right here. That pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top-level guy like this.
Arenado, the runner at first with one gone in the inning. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Goes down looking.
Up next for the Diamondbacks. The first baseman.
So the Dodgers have a new arm on the mound, Alex Vesia.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Number 12, Lourdes Gurriel.
In the air to left center. And that's got extra bases written all over it. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. Check
Ball!
swing,
That pitch is out.
Up. Ball 1. No question about this one. It's out of here. Another homer. His second home run of the game. And that one fouled off. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Hit hard on the ground is short. One gone to the bottom of the 8th.
Up next for the Dodgers, the center fielder, number 44, Andy
Ball, that's out.
Pages.
Ground ball left side. Slings to first in time.
Now pitching for
Left-hander
Arizona,
out of the bullpen,
number
Joey
33,
Wentz.
Joey Wentz.
Swing and a miss. There's the slider. 0-1.
That's a ball.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Had him out front for strike 3.
1.
Swing and a ground ball off the middle. That's a base hit. So now back to the top of the order.
Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a
Up next
lot
for
of
the
base hits
Diamondbacks,
up the middle,
the right
even on
fielder,
ground
number
balls.
7,
So a nice
Corbin
job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
That's a strike. To the right side,
ball's
and
foul.
that's just foul. Out to short. Over to Edman. Throw to first. Safe.
The batter, number 4, second baseman, Ketel Marte.
Out towards right center. That's well struck. High
Timeout.
bounce
Ground
over
rule
the
double.
fence for an automatic double. Swing and a miss. There's the slider. 0-1.
Oh, he's so good about trying to drive the ball to the opposite field gap in these situations. If he takes that approach, he could bust this game wide open.
Vesia. He's kind of a prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results in a ton of. And he hits a ground ball right side. Throws to first in time.
As a hitter, when a guy like this comes into the game, you feel like he's standing on top of you, and it's just attack mode coming right at you, expecting to get a swing and miss.
Fly ball down the line, and that will drop foul. 2 on, 2 outs. Line drive, that's a base hit. Here comes Marte around third. He'll score. 2 runs are in. It's a 2-run single, and the lead is up to 5.
Now pitching for
So they
Dodgers,
turn to their closer,
number
Edwin
3,
Diaz.
Edwin.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the
Ball,
same
that's
for
just
his
out.
stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Out towards right center field, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Makes the catch. And a big swing and a miss. Now fly ball to right center. Carroll hustling after it. Snags it on the run. 1 up, 1 down. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1. Fastball on the inside corner for a strike. And they'll do it again. Popped up. And there's 2 away.
Up next for the Dodgers, the right fielder, Kyle Tucker.
First pitch swinging. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going. Here's a 1-1. They're down to their final strike. Got him, and that's the the ball game. Nelson with his first major league win.
Yeah, nicely done. I'm sure he'll feel very good about that and get the ball for his trophy case, as he should. A start he won't ever forget.
8-3 the final in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long. All right, just about ready for
Leading off the
baseball.
ball game tonight,
Here's Joe
right
Adell.
fielder, number 7, Joe Adell.
And that one fouled off.
First. Seven o'clock.
Check swing, and he went. No balls, 2 strikes. Kelly, a 6'2 righty, 37 years young. He joined the team as a free agent.
Hee-haw!
Oh, 2 now. Just
That's inside.
missed.
That's a ball.
Swing and a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
He's got it. 2 down. Here's the Oriole cleanup hitter, Nick Kurtz. Swings and misses. That's strike 1.
Good pitch right there. Anytime you can get one by a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on, it's got to give you some confidence out there on the mound that you can win this battle.
Ripped, but it curls foul. And now 1-2. This one in the air, center field. Kim settles under it. And that is that. This is Corbin Carroll. That one drilled left field.
Foul.
And foul ball. Swung on, popped up on the infield. Henderson under it. And there's 1 down. Ground ball right
Foul
side.
ball.
And it goes just foul. Ground ball right side. Whips it to Mountcastle. And 2 quick outs in the bottom of the first here tonight. So digging in, James Wood. Laser could be trouble. Around first, heading for 2. Into second, and he's got it doubled.
Wastes no time there. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
And a foul ball. Man at second. Well struck, deep right field, way back and out of here. He circles the bases. Here's Nolan Arenado. Check swing, and he went. It's 0-1. Ground ball up the middle. Henderson fires to first on the run, and they get the out. Back here at Chase Field, and into the box for Baltimore, Jordan Westburg. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. Carroll on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. One pitch and one out. Late swing, foul to the left.
All right, Boog. So I was scrolling through social media the other day, and a video of Adley popped up. It was a clip of him playing college football for Oregon State. How athletic is this guy? He tackled Stanford great Christian McCaffrey. Seriously, what can't Rushman do on the field?
No, that missed. That's the ball.
Just missed. Lined, and that's a base hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. Colton Cowser, the next to hit for the Orioles.
Ball out.
And a big swing and a miss.
Sold it really well with the arm speed. Swung underneath it, so a changeup that stayed a little bit more on plane than what he was anticipating.
Just
Nope,
off
that's
the
outside.
part
Ball.
of the plate.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. 2-2 now. Just
No,
missed.
that's it.
And ball
That's
four.
ball
to
4.
a
Runner,
board.
take your base.
Hit on the ground
Foul
to the
ball.
right side. And that's just foul.
Ball.
Runners at first and second with one gone. Here in the third and final game of the series. In the dirt, blocked. 2-1 now, 2 aboard. In the air, right field, Carroll under it. And there's 2 down. Two aboard, 2 outs. Here's the second baseman, Jackson Holliday. That misses.
That's a ball.
And it's 1-0. That one
Yeehaw!
was cut on and missed. Looked like a changeup.
Really good changeup.
That's a
Yeehaw!
strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam. Just
Ball.
missed. Swing, and he popped it up. Arenado should have this one. And that is that. Back here in the desert, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Adrian Del Castillo stands in now for the Diamondbacks. And first offering is fouled off. This one's smoked on its way out of here. He hammers one out to center. And that skips in the dirt.
Oh, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run. Go back to work. Focus on this next batter.
Check swing, and he went. And the count 1-1. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Ward takes it in for the out. And there's one away. At the plate,
Batting
Pavin
eighth,
Smith.
First baseman, Pavin Smith.
To the right side. And he's out on the tag. Line drive to short and caught. Back here at Chase
Leading
Field,
off for
here's the
the
Orioles
Orioles,
leadoff hitter,
right fielder,
Joe Adell.
Joe Adell.
And a swing and a miss there.
That's a ball. That's inside.
Pitch in the dirt, ball 2. Lined, and that's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Anytime you rip a line drive the
Ball
other
outside.
way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Oh, he can't bring it in. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out. So up next, Taylor Ward. And that's hit for a strike. Late swing fouled off. And the 0-2. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Nothing happening on the bases, though. Check swing, but he went too far. 0-1.
No, that's out.
Could be
Ball.
some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Foul ball there. Runners at first and second with one gone. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Battling here as he fouls it away. The 2-2. That one
inside
just
ball.
Crushed left center field. This one's deep. Forget it. A shot to the opposite field. So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Jordan Westburg now at the plate. That's ripped. Base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly. Everything came together for him. When you can turn a ball around at 107 off the bat, it's going to make you feel really good inside. He elevates that a little bit more. It's definitely out of here.
Swing and a miss.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
Just
that's
misses
in
the
ball.
mark outside the zone.
That's a really good take.
Now one
Nope,
miss.
ball.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike.
Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. 2 outs. Runners at first and second. Ryan Mountcastle the next. Now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. And it's caught just in front of the wall. Bottom of the inning. Here's the Diamondbacks leadoff hitter, Corbin Carroll. Popped in the air. Left field. And there's one down. Westburg under it. And he makes the catch. 2 down. Next up for the Diamondbacks, James Wood. A double and a run scored his first time up. Out towards right center field. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. In safely with a double, his second of the day. Yeah, that's fouled off. Man on second, 2 down. There's a swing and a miss.
Just a little too quick on that front shoulder, front hip, front foot. Everything comes open. No way of making contact
ball.
with that one.
Line drive and
Foul ball.
foul ball.
It's strategy of winning a ball game. When you can make that pitcher work a little more, expose himself by throwing pitches, that could be the key to winning perhaps later on. So,
and that is that. New inning getting
Leading
started,
off for the
and into the box
Orioles,
for Baltimore,
second baseman
Jackson Holliday.
you know, these Orioles doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. It's not just the 3 runs they've already scored. On top of that, they forced this starter to throw more pitches than he wanted to at this point of the game.
This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
You know, sometimes it just takes getting to the bullpen in order to be able to score runs, and that might be the case
That missed.
today.
That's a ball.
That just misses. 1-2 to count. Ground ball right side. It squirts through. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. Big spot, and up steps Gunnar Henderson. Tap foul at the plate. Strike 2.
Big time jam right there. I hate it as a hitter, but standing in center field, you can't help but chuckle a little bit.
Trying
What
to
you
check
got?
his swing. Appeal to third. No, he held up. First and second, no outs. Top half of inning number 4. In the dirt. No advance. Good job behind the dish. Outside.
That's a
low,
ball.
and it's 3-2. And they're all loaded
Take your
up.
base.
This is
Ball,
again
that's outside.
5 in a row.
The opportunity for a huge inning exists right here. Bases loaded.
Base hit. 1 run is in. Runner held at third, and they'll be loaded again with nobody out. Nick Kurtz, the next to hit for the Orioles. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. 1 runs in, and they don't push it. Runner holds at third. Base is loaded now with still nobody out. Golden opportunity right here. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Carroll settles underneath it. 1 away.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching.
Line drive. That's a base hit. 1 runs in. Runner around third. Now a relay to the plate,
Out.
and he's out. 2 aboard, 2 outs. Here's the center fielder, Colton Cowser. Swing and a pop-up. Brings it in, and that is that. Back here in the desert, bottom of the 4th, Nolan Arenado stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Hard hit left side. 1 pitch and 1 out. Del Castillo, 26 years old, and he was a second-round pick in 2021. This one smoked, could be trouble. Makes the turn and heads for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask.
Moreno swings through it for strike 1. That's a base hit. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with 1 out. 0 for 1 so far. And he grounds 1 to the right side.
Foul ball.
And it goes just foul. The 0-1. On the ground to the left. And it stays fair. 1 run is in. Moreno around third. The relay in there. He's safe.
He was all over that one. Smashed that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
On the ground to first, and he can't come up with it. And he's going to make it to first, and we'll see how they score it. Now Corbin Carroll to the dish for a big at bat.
Right fielder, Corbin Carroll.
Liner caught it second. That one to first, but it kicks foul. 2 on, 2 outs. This one in the dirt. But no advance from the runners. The 1-1. Swing and a foul out of play.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
2-2 down. Gets a piece and stays alive.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
Now back in safely at first. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. That ball is foul, and the pressure is building. Payoff pitch. He fouls it off. We'll do it again. Grinding AB right here. About to see pitch number 10. Now a pop-up on the infield. Westburg gets there. He's under it. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Ready now for the 5th inning. And into the box for Baltimore, Ryan Mountcastle.
Now pitching for the Diamondbacks, number 34, Mike Soroka.
Mountcastle
Did he go?
tries to hold up, appeal to first, no swing.
You know, these
That's a ball.
Orioles really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
And that's
That missed. That's a ball.
The inside edge. 3-1 now. Swings through that one for strike 2. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Wood moving under this one. 1 down. To the right side, Marte. And the first 2 set down in the top of the 5th. So back to the top of the Orioles lineup. Now batting Joe Adell. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1.
Nice job to keep the hands back on that one. Out in front just a little bit.
Way inside, gets out of the way.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Check swing,
Ball.
no appeal. And the count is 3-1. Fly ball, pretty well struck right field. Carrying well. And that's up onto the walkway and out of here. He muscles that one out the opposite way. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Ball.
2 down, base is empty, but 1 run across, and we're at the top of the 5th. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Fielder got a piece of it, but the way that thing came off the bat, no surprise at all.
Meanwhile, this pitch gets away. No advance, though. And now it's even up. Fastball for a strike. That misses
Ball,
the
that's
zone.
low.
Yeah, that's ball 2. Just
No,
missed.
that missed.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitters got to stay focused on the pitch.
They get the force, inning over. Back here at Chase Field, we head to the bottom of the 5th. James Wood stands in now for the Diamondbacks. And there's a hit.
First pitch swinging, went up there with the plan to be aggressive. Didn't try to do too much with it, just a really controlled, simple swing. We don't see a whole lot of that.
Swing, and this one's blasted. It's got a chance.
That
into
ball's
the corner, but foul. Ground ball to the right side. In plenty of time to first, and that's the first out in the bottom of the 5th. Here's Nolan Arenado. He's grounded out a couple of times. Swing and a line drive ripped out into right center. That's a base hit. The relay throw in there safely. Check swing. He went. And that is strike 1. Hard liner. And that's got extra bases written all over it. Lead runner around
went over the
second.
fence.
And
That's a
an
double.
automatic double as it hops the fence. So a new arm out of the bullpen for the Orioles, Yennier Cano.
And never an easy situation coming in with
On the ground, Holiday throws to first in time. Play is made, 2 out. So digging in, Pavin Smith.
a chance for more damage right here. A couple of RBIs for him in his last AB.
Line drive, base hit. Runner from third in to score. It's an RBI single, 8-7. They take the lead. In the air, left field. And it falls. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits. So back to the top of the Arizona lineup. Corbin Carroll, the next to hit. Line shot into the gap, should score at least 1. Coming home. 1 run across. Now 2 runs score, and they take a 3-run lead. On the ground, right side. And that's just foul. And it's second.
Nope. Ball.
Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball. Base hit into the outfield. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He's in there.
4 hits in a row, and they're really swinging it here. Pretty tough. For the infielders to do anything.
Coming on for the Orioles, Rico Garcia.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
That's a base hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs. And the batter will be the shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo. Up the middle, Henderson. Now the throw to first on the run. Low throw, and he can't pick it.
Infield knock right there. He was able to beat that one out easily.
Up the middle. Base hit, 1 run in already. Another comes in to score. Our score 13-7. So 2 on with 2 away. Now it's the DH, Adrian Del Castillo. Hard grounder into the outfield for a nod. Runner at third puts on the brakes. Bases now loaded with 2 away.
Catcher Gabriel Moreno.
And that is out of play. Fouled off down the right side. Now he breaks his bat. Whips it to Mountcastle. Out, and thank goodness the inning is at last over. Top 6. So now the Orioles cleanup hitter, Nick Kurtz. Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. Wood on his way over. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Up next for the Orioles, third baseman Jordan Westburg.
Ball 1,
Ball.
no strikes.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters even if you give up a solo shot.
Up the middle, and it's through for a hit. And a man aboard.
Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good
No,
approach,
ball.
paying off.
Rutschman in the box here, lets that one go for a ball. In the dirt. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list.
Ball.
Man at first, 1 away. Hammered down the right side, but foul.
This guy's seen 2 changeups in a row. Could be a little vulnerable for a fastball right here.
Hey, ha!
Up next for the Orioles, center fielder Colton Cowser.
And there's a foul ball.
Ball.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
He's been able to go inside as well as outside, effectively working.
And he got him. Back here in the desert, well, we go bottom 6. Pavin Smith stands in now for the Diamondbacks.
Pavin Smith.
Ripped to third. 1 pitch and 1 out. Check swing, and he went. Strike 1. That one fouled off. In the air, left field. And there's 2 down. So back to the top of the order. Now up next for Arizona, Corbin Carroll. And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Ward under this one. And that is that. Well, this game isn't very close, Singy. Let's see if we got any messages from those tuning in today.
I know we got some good stuff in there.
All right, Singy, in ballpark entertainment, you got a favorite mascot race?
Yeah, I love what they do in D.C. with the former presidents.
Somebody always gets tackled. They always get hurt.
I know, and it's just crazy. Imagine running around in those big, bulky suits, and somebody's always going to go down.
There's a swing and a drive. Carroll ranges back.
That's
and a
ball.
foul ball. Do you remember when Tim Kirkjian ran in the sausage race in Milwaukee?
No, I didn't see that one.
Yeah. Yeah, they used one of the kid-sized ones.
You know, this isn't exactly a mascot race, but I love what they do in Atlanta with the freeze.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. Takes it in for the out.
I wanted to race the freeze at one point.
Up
I don't think
next
my
for the
hamstrings could hold up for it now.
Orioles,
I feel like
Joe
5
Adele.
years ago you could have handled the freeze. It would have been fun, and I would bait you into it and try and get you to train
No,
to race
that's
the
a foul
freeze, and it just
ball.
never materialized.
Yeah, I appreciate that you had enough confidence in me that I could beat a guy who looks like he was going to the Olympic trials at some point or another. But yeah, it's always a great thing to watch there at Truist Park.
Would you have worn one of those bobsled outfits like the freeze wears?
Nah, they'd have been a little too revealing for me at this age.
I feel you. Got him swinging. Back here at Chase Field. Bottom of the
Now
seventh,
pitching for
Cattell.
Baltimore,
So the
number
closer
39,
summoned from the bullpen,
Andrew
Andrew
Kittredge.
Kittredge.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are
Did he
trailing
go?
so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
And base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field. So that definitely felt good.
Oh, look at the stop. The feed for one.
Out on the tag.
To first. Double play. Nicely done.
Up next,
Bases
for the
empty after the double
Diamondbacks,
play. Geraldo
shortstop,
Perdomo
Geraldo
stands in now for the Diamondbacks.
Perdomo.
That's a ball down.
Kittredge,
All right.
36 years old, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. 2 down, nobody on. In the air to left center. That is the inning. Back here in the desert
Leading
and
off
into the box for Baltimore,
shortstop,
Gunnar Henderson.
Gunnar Henderson.
Foul ball there.
That's a ball.
In the air, left field. Reaching for it, makes the catch. That clips the corner.
Ha!
Well, in an 0-0 count, not every strike is a good strike for a hitter. I like the plate discipline there.
Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2. Fights it off. He'll see another.
Clearly hoping he could get a swing and miss on that, but doesn't fool the hitter with that breaking ball. Nice job, just couldn't keep it fair.
In the dirt. Ball 1. Next offering is down low. Popped up first base side. Smith settles underneath it. And the first baseman makes the catch. 2 down, bases empty. Now here's the Orioles DH, Nick Kurtz. He's already homered in this game.
Now pitching for
Brandon
the
Garcia
Diamondbacks,
on to pitch out of the
number
pen here.
55,
He's into the game with the bases
Brandon
empty.
Garcia.
Ball.
Swing and a miss. And now it's even 1-1. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
2 down, nobody on. Inside.
No, that's inside.
And that's ball 2. Got him swinging. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's Nolan Arenado. Out towards right center field. And a quick out, number 1.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
No, that's down. Ball.
Here's a 1-1. That one hammered, but pulled foul.
Oh, it's a really good pass to the ball right there. Just a little bit too quick. He's got to find a way. Just let it travel a hair more.
That's a
off
ball.
the mark, and the count is 2-2. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. The 2-2 on the way. Line drive, and that's base hit out into left center field.
Gotta love the resiliency he showed in that at bat, battling with 2 strikes. Kind of a risky pitch coming inside with the breaking ball like that. You have to bury it.
Ball.
Otherwise, it's not too difficult to get the bat to it like he did that time.
Man at second.
Ball.
And another ball.
Ball.
This one in the air, center field. Takes it in for the out. Now at the plate, Pavin Smith.
Now pitching for Baltimore, number 57, Jackson Kowar.
Smoked on the ground a second. Gets him easily, ends the inning. Back here at Chase Field and into the box for Baltimore, Jordan Westburg.
Now pitching for
Here comes the closer
Diamondbacks,
here in the ninth,
number
Taylor
45.
Clark.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and
That's a
easy
ball.
out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
Yeah.
That right here, he did the team thing, took until he got a strike. Now he's got to go to work, shorten up that swing a little bit, do whatever it takes to get on base.
Kim takes it in for the out. 1 up, 1 down.
Up next for the Orioles, catcher Adley Rutschman.
He swings and fouls one off. Clark, a very difficult guy to get hits off of. It's really rare for teams to string stuff together against it.
He wins every pitch, and for a hitter, sometimes a victory is just fouling off one of his pitches.
To the right side, Smith steps on the bag, and the Orioles down to their final
Up
out.
next for the
2
Orioles,
outs, base is
center
empty.
fielder,
So
Colton
next to hit for
Cowser.
Baltimore, Colton Cowser. Swings through that one for strike 1.
Unless he beats himself, somehow can't find it, doesn't have the control command that day, you can pretty much forget about it.
As a hitter, there's even more pressure to take advantage of any mistake, right?
Yeah, and you're
Got him. That's the ball game. A 13-7 final score in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.